Oh yeah.
Hi there guys and welcome to another video. I finally grabbed some time to finish Immortals Fenyx Rising and I think it's time for me to express my final opinion about this game. Since it was announced as Gods and Monsters back in 2019, this game got my attention. Although in the end the name and almost complete look of the game was changed, my desire to play this game stayed the same. Unfortunately, the audience was divided and a lot of people were disappointed with those changes. I hope that my opinion on this game will affect on people who have doubts to still eventually give this game a chance. But before we continue, I just want to remind you that we are so close to that first 1000 subscribers, and if you didn't already, then go and smash that subscribe button now. Also, a like would be super appreciated so this video can reach more people. As you all probably know, Immortals Fenyx Rising is heavily inspired by Zelda Breath of the Wild, which in my opinion is a big plus, cause obviously I'm a fan of Zelda and Zelda-like games. Also, the great influence on this game had Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is understandable and expected, considering that the same team stands behind both titles. Now, we all love mythology, and stories based on Greek mythology are always welcome. In this game, you take a role of the mortal called Phoenix, who have been drawn into a war between the gods and the mighty titan called Typhon. Soon after you start, you will realize that the gods do not take you seriously and want to take advantage of you. In short, you are just their puppet. They will behave arrogantly, but as time goes on and as you and the story progress, that will change. As I mentioned earlier, story is based on Greek mythology, and maybe one of the most interesting things related to the story is that the narrators in this game, Zeus and Prometheus, actually tell the story of you and your fight against Typhon, and their conversation is really funny.
How I've missed you, Prometheus, my favorite cousin.
You chained me to this rock and fed my liver to an eagle.
Out of love.
Although the cutscenes are very interesting and funny at first, you can find them a little annoying and long later in the game. So you need to help Greek gods in their fight against the mythical creature Typhon. Gods has been trapped in some way, so first you have to release them before you face your enemy together. Basically that is that when it comes to main story. Long story short, release each god and help them defeat a common enemy. The character creation section is, let's say, okay, nothing special. You can choose the gender of protagonist, some physical details like hair and beard style and color, tattoos, but nothing special about it. However, you will have tons of interesting and beautiful armor sets, so you don't need to bother with some details while you're creating your character. You'll be able to find a lot of armors and skins, plus the game owns transfer system, which allows you to apply different armor appearance on your currently equipped armor set. This system will allow you to wear your favorite looking armor all the time. Combat in Fenyx Rising is really interesting. Although the main focus on this game is not on combat, it can be said that combat in Fenyx Rising is very satisfying. On the beginning it may look really easy, but trust me, it is not. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, my advice when it comes to difficulty is to play it on normal difficulty, cause even though this one you can find combat really challenging. Most of the time you will fight with 3, 4 and more enemies at the same time, so dodge and block will be crucial. You have a sword for light attacks, axe for heavy and bow for your range attacks. Combining light and heavy attacks in perfect combo looks really smooth, although it can be difficult sometimes considering you'll be fighting multiple enemies almost all the time and receiving damage interrupts and resets the combo meter. When it comes to bow, it can be said that the primary goal for bow is puzzle solving, because you will often use guiding arrow ability in puzzles. This doesn't mean that the bow is bad in combat, just compared to light and heavy attacks and their combination with abilities, trust me, you won't use a bow in combat so often. Combat and abilities looks super cool and fun, it may remind you of some hack and slash games sometimes. Also, the whole game is stamina based. Your abilities depends on stamina usage, but your regular attacks and dodging don't. But when it comes to running, climbing, flying or exploring at all, in that point you must be careful how you spend your stamina. When I mention abilities, in Fenyx Rising you will have few godly abilities you'll be able to learn, and you can learn them all if you have enough currencies. One tip, take hammer first and max it, it's awesome, powerful and really enjoyable. Also, the destructible environment is awesome thing. You can use it on your advantage sometimes. For example, the bigger enemies like Cyclops can use rocks and trees to throw on you, and you can navigate their throw to actually hit the other NPCs. You can also use their AoE attacks so they hit other smaller NPCs. And the main focus when it comes to gameplay is on exploring and puzzling. The puzzling takes big part in this game, and when I say big, I mean that sometimes to finish some dungeon full of puzzles you will need a lot of time. If you are a brainiac and fan of puzzle solving, you will love this game definitely. The exploring is really beautiful and enjoyable. The world is colorful and full of interesting things. In my tips video I mentioned that the first thing you should do is to go and explore the island as much as you can. It's full of chests you can loot for some better gear, and along the way you can enjoy the beautiful environment. A big plus to exploring is the mounts and wings. If you know how, you can travel the great distances really fast. Also, if you like collecting, you can spend a significant number of hours searching for different mounts and wings, and believe me, it can be really satisfying but also really challenging. The island is full of epic monsters, and by defeating them there is a chance they drop some cool items. All in all, if we take everything into account, the beautiful and colorful world, an average yet interesting story, hack and slash looking combat and awesome abilities, really challenging puzzles and opportunity to enjoy exploring the island, a comical approach to the story and the game in general, Immortals Fenyx Rising is definitely a game worth your time. So if you were wondering what game you could play during the holidays, Fenyx Rising is the right one. I hope that my opinion helped you guys. I'm currently working a couple of videos, some of them are related to this game, so in the upcoming period you can expect some interesting material. And that would be it for this video fam. Don't forget to like, and if you didn't already, then go and subscribe now, it would help me a lot. You can also find me on social networks, and if you want to support growth of this channel and my work, you can check my Patreon and become one, if you like of course. All the links are in the description. And as always fam, until next time, see ya and stay cool.